Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Stampede. My name is Bison. I'm just wanting to wrap up. We had an incredible UFC 263 weekend, and this was the first time I ever came out. I went to some of the open events in Houston, but this is the first time that I came out for the whole weekend, watched the fights, everything, and man, what an incredible weekend. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired, so my memory may be a little bit. So on Thursday, we had the press conference, and man, it was a really great time. The crowd was really into it. Of course, Nate Diaz press conference is always going to be interesting. The crowd, and of course, very pro Moreno and very pro Izzy. Then on Friday, we had the ceremonial weigh-ins, which really cool time when you get to see like the face. They do like another face off, and you get to see all the fighters, and everybody gets real hyped up, and it's hard to the press conference, the weigh-ins is hard to like. Sorry, this angle is bugging me. Like, okay, there we go. Yeah, the press conference, the weigh-ins is hard to explain like how cool it is if you've never been, because it's but there's like a really cool energy in the room, and you get to see all the and everybody's pumped up for the fight, so it's really cool. Like, I definitely recommend, like, even if you can't go to the fights, go check out like some of the open events. It's really cool to go to. So I'll getting like right to. Oh, and by the way, I got to meet Conejo. She was at the I sat pretty close to her at the weigh-in, so I got to grab a quick picture with her, which was really cool. I'm a really big fan of hers, so that was really that was a definite bonus. So the fights, man, I'm not gonna go all over them in detail because, like I said, I'm kind of tired, and I gotta pack up and get out of my hotel here pretty soon. But man, if you're on the fence, like, at least once go. Like, if you got the money, you're able to do it. Like, you're a fan, go at least once. Cause like, man, that was such a cool experience. And I'll say, like, it was harder for me to score the fights when I was there because of where I was like up, like my seats were good, like I could see what was going on, but like it was a bit harder for me to tell sometimes like who connected in an exchange, and like how well and whatever. Like, some of you can hear, like sometimes you can hear, but sometimes you can't. And like I said, sometimes you hear, but you don't know who it was that like connected or whatever. And it may be just me, like the first, since it was like the first time I've ever gone. I'm just not used to. I don't know, but I found it a little bit more difficult to score from up there, because like on TV they're trying to at least give you like the best angle all the time, and like, I mean, you have a monitor there too, but anyway, I found it a little bit more difficult to score, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it's a very different feel, and you don't have an announcer, like the commentary crew, which actually makes it seem like the fight goes a little slower, which was interesting to me. Like, I was having a hard time, like, usually I have a little bit better gauge of where the fight's at without looking at the clock, but without the commentary, it's a little different. What else would Yeah, it's just really interesting the walk-in, like seeing like actually seeing the walk-ins and the whole thing. Yeah, it's such a cool experience. The energy in the arena, particularly for the title fights, man. Seeing I'm gonna talk for a minute. Wow, seeing the first Mexican-born UFC champion, and after all, like Fig, this excuse and that excuse, and you know, submitted Fig in the rematch, and just an incredible, like, Moreno had a lot of fans. Just the energy in there was something else. Like, that was for me the highlight of the night. Like, I'm an Izzy fan, and it was definitely cool to see Izzy fight, but I gotta say, man, the highlight of the night for me was seeing Moreno get that belt from Mexico, hearing the chants of Mexico, Mexico. Oh man, it was so and Terrence McKinney as well, man. That guy is, wow. 7-second knockout. Like, that is third. This is third straight first round finish. Went out there in his UFC debut and just 7 seconds, boom, boom, done. Amazing. Lauren Murphy, so glad to see her go out and get that decision. I mean, that should be setting up a title shot. Valentina is probably next for her, at which time I have to become kind of neutral, because I'm a big fan of, Valentina, of course, is like, my like top tier favorite, like her and Dustin Poirier, and also a real big fan of Lauren Murphy. So that's gonna have to be like Ngannou and Lewis. Like, I'm just gonna have to sit back and watch and enjoy either way. But yeah, man, and Bilal Muhammad, like, stuffing all those takedown attempts from Maya, like, man, that was something to see. Really got to hand it to him. He's working his way up in the division, in the welterweight division, and it's good to see. He's a good guy. And I like seeing him working his way up. Sure, I'm forgetting another highlight for me. I'll have to think, and I'll probably remember after I make the video. Oh man, a tough night for Jamal Hill, seeing his arm like that. But dude, that guy is so tough, man. His arm like snapped, and he was just like, man. He was standing there at the end, like, holding his arm for the final decision and everything. It just, oh man, it was tough, and I wish him a real speedy recovery. And the Diaz, man, I really, if the fight had just been a little longer, and maybe even if Nate would have gone in for the finish there, he had Leon there at the end. If he'd have just gone in a little quicker, but Leon got the win. Oh, swallowed funny. I think after 39 years I'd have that down, but anyway, of course, Leon's gonna say, I haven't seen the interview, he's probably already said it, that he deserves a title fight now. So an unranked opponent who hadn't fought in like 2 years or something, didn't get the finish, and almost got finished himself in the 5th round, and that's a title shot. No, in my opinion, but I mean they don't ask my opinion when they make the title fights, but I don't see how that. I mean, he didn't. Leon didn't fight for like 2 years, and then poked Bilal Muhammad in the eye, and then he goes out and goes 5 rounds with an unranked opponent who hadn't fought for a couple years, and I don't know. If Wonderboy beats Burns, give him the title shot, and then give Leon the loser of that. I don't know. I can't remember how many in a row he's won. I mean, it's a good run. It's a bunch of wins. I mean, I guess just based on that, maybe. But I mean, I'd like to see him beat, another, somebody in the top 5 before giving him a title shot. And I think Wonderboy has been active and game to fight. He called out Kobe. I can't remember. I think he's made another call. He might have called out Leon at one. I don't know. But anyway, I think Wonderboy should be next in line for the title shot. Then, if you want to give one to Leon, whatever, I'm not going to complain about it too much. But anyway, I won't keep talking too long. Incredible experience at UFC 263 this weekend. If you ever get an opportunity to go, do it at least once. Really super cool opportunity. It's a super cool opportunity to, you'll probably run into at least 1 or 2 fighters. And they have meet and greets. I just didn't go this time because tired, traveling, all that, and I want to make sure that I was, good to go for all the major events. But there's usually meet and greets around. Kelvin Gastelum and Justin Gaethje and Tracy Cortez all did some meet and greets. So, man, if you get the opportunity, do it. I need to get going here, but I definitely wanted to give some kind of wrap up for the weekend. Amazing time, and new Brandon Moreno and still Izzy, and hey, man, I don't know what else to say. Great weekend. Do it if you can. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all next time on MMA Stampede.